house with him. Mom had to work days and nights. Guys ignored me, and I didn't have much to say to the girls in school. So I found some love sprayed on the back of a stamp, LSD. I'd go in my room and drop acid and find stuff in my head I never knew was there. People would always tell me about bad trips and acid flashbacks, but I didn't buy that. Then I met Ben. He had brown hair and hazel eyes and a smile that would knock you out. We'd spend 2 or 3 nights a week together, and we always had a great time. He told me he liked older women, and that was perfect since I was 16 and he was 7. I was turning on a lot, trying acid on tattoos and sugar cubes, and even got some mushrooms one time. But Ben was more important than any of that. If I knew I'd be sitting with him, I let the LSD go. One afternoon, when I wasn't scheduled to babysit, I went in my room and dropped some acid. A minute later, Ben's mom called.
Paul's last came to town, Jimmy. I'm going to have to take him out to dinner. I know it's short notice, but could you possibly fill in for us?
Something told me to say no, but I was worried they wouldn't be able to find a good sitter. I'll be right over.
Thanks, Jimmy. We always feel better when you're with you.
I convinced myself that the LSD wasn't going to take since nothing had happened by the time I got to Ben's house.
Are you okay, Jimmy?
Sure, Ben.
You seem kind of different.
I'm fine. What do you want to do?
Did you bring any DVDs?
I left home so fast I forgot them. I'll do better next time.
You can watch some of mine.
All of a sudden, the LSD caught up with me. In the worst way. A bad trip. I thought I saw something in the corner of the room. Ben, what's that?
What's what?
In the corner, what is it?
I don't see anything in the corner, Jimmy.
There, can't you see it? It's getting darker and darker. Can't you see it?
Jimmy, you're scaring me.
It was like my mind had split in two. I was hallucinating, but I was still trying to take care of Ben, and I could see both sides at once. Give me your hand, Ben.
No, what's the matter with you, Jimmy?
I was frightened myself, but I had to protect him. We'll be okay.
Stay away. You're scaring me.
I grabbed for his hand, but he got so terrified he ran out of the house. I ran after him, screaming for him to stop. He headed for the walkway bridge over the expressway. Ben, stop! When he was in the middle of the bridge, I was almost to him, so he started to climb the guard fence. Ben, no! Get down!
Don't hurt me, Jimmy. Please.
I wouldn't hurt you, Ben.
Get away.
I grabbed for him, but he got so terrified he lost his hold of the fence.
Jimmy!
I saw him hit the pavement. 5 cars passed over him before the traffic could stop. I just stood on that bridge looking down at him. By then, the hallucinations had stopped and all I could see was Ben. I started to climb the fence to go after him, but I couldn't. I ran too. I didn't stop at the interstate. I didn't stop until a family from Pueblo dropped me off by the reservoir. I just lived at that beach. People would always leave behind a bit of old sandwich or half a cold drink I could get if I beat the dogs to it. There'd even be money sometimes too, and I'd think about buying some acid. Then I'd think of Ben. The temptation just got too big one day, and I scored an LSD stamp. I turned on about sundown. I was walking along the beach. That's when I heard Ben.
Jimmy, help me!
I looked out in the water, and there he was, about 100 feet from shore.
Jimmy!
I started swimming, but when I looked up, he was 100 feet further away. I kept swimming.
Please help me, Jimmy!
I swam some more. I reached for him, but the same thing happened, only this time he was so far that I could hardly see him. But I had to keep trying, again and again. I had to keep trying. I had to.